Yo, what's up, it's Pikakid98 here, and welcome to Pika Reviews, and this is Unreal. Now, not Unreal Tournament, this is Unreal. Now, personally, with Unreal, honestly, it's Unreal. It's just a generic FPS game made by Epic Games. Yes, Unreal. Not to be confused with Unreal Tournament, was a game released in 1998 by Epic Games. Oh, by the way, in case anyone's curious, yes, this is the same Epic Games that made fucking Fortnite. Yay! So let's get on with the game. Yay! So anyway, Unreal was developed by a company originally popular for making old MS-DOS games. Some of you may know, like Jazz Jackrabbit in 1994. Unreal had a long 3-year development time.
The Unreal Engine to this day is still being used and is available to the public for download for no price at all.
So let me get this straight. They went from old MS-DOS games to one of the most popular franchises and game engines used even to this day?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I can sum this multiplayer up in 2 words.
And what are those 2 words?
Cat? Wait for it. Warfare.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, wait. Cat Warfare was actually inspired by...
Prisoners 8 or 9 escaping.
This game's content, such as weapons and power-ups, are pretty bare.
Well, keep in mind, this was the first game.
And they eventually went on to add things like double damage, more advanced gameplay, and better bots.
And damn! Look at these graphics!
Nobody cares.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Anyway,
Keep in mind, this is my blind gameplay, and I've never played this game before. And so far, it seems pretty alright.
I have to agree, this game looks fantastic for 1998.
And listen to this music. Personally, I prefer this music to Unreal Tournament's music.
The music sounds pretty atmospheric.
And speaking of sound, notice the lack of tutorial announcer telling you where to go? The game doesn't hold your hand, but it isn't impossible to figure out where to go. You want story? Well, the F2 button has you covered.
In the enemy design, some do look pretty generic. But this fucking thing! What? What the fuck?
I really like this campaign. It feels much better than the other Unreal games.
With the other games, it seems like the campaign was just kind of tacked on. This one seems like it was made for it.
If they kept going with the linear campaign, I think it would have lasted a lot longer. Oh, come on, how was I supposed to know about that?
Oh no!
This gives me time to recover, so that's nice.
From what we've played, the game music honestly does a really good job telling you exactly when enemies are nearby. It makes the game really heart-pounding.
One thing that is annoying is when you die, you load from your last save. It would be a good thing if the game actually auto-saved. Sadly, the only time it does auto-save is when you get to a load, more so a load point or a checkpoint in the levels. Therefore, if you forget to save, well, back to the beginning.
Also, if you want some epic shooting action, make sure to turn your gun to the side! Yeah!
I'm so sorry. My bad.
You are dead! Not a big surprise.
This game honestly makes you feel bad for random NPCs. I mean, in most games you wouldn't give a shit. But honestly, these ones, somehow they feel real. It makes you feel bad for them. Like, he wasn't even doing anything, he was just standing there, doing nothing. And we killed him.
We actually got stuck at this fan part because we couldn't figure out what the game wanted us to do. We tried a lot, just watch us struggle.
Can fuck right off. You know how to solve this? A switch? Nope. A lever? Nope. Brute force. No. Just no.
We couldn't solve it. So we cheated.
Other than that, the game isn't too bad. And now on to the rating. To me, personally, the game just feels like a generic shooter, and it has a few problems, especially this one issue we ran into where the game crashed because apparently it couldn't render something. But I'll give it some points for that because, you know, it's an old game, and of course. But the game controlled amazingly.
Oddly enough, while playing through the game and actually experiencing it for the first time, because I've played all the Unreal games. Almost all of them anyway. I haven't played the second one. But through all the Unreal games and Unreal Tournament, this game actually did feel pretty smooth and a solid game for being the first Unreal game in the series.
Sure, the graphics are a little bit dated, but what can you expect from 1998? It's not exactly going to look amazing. So, personally, for gameplay, the game runs pretty smoothly, other than a few hiccups, but because that's probably the new machine. So, Danny and I work together, we both rate the gameplay a good.
For the sound, the game actually did sound pretty decent for how old it was. It didn't sound like the audio was like kind of crushed or, you know, 8-bit-esque. For the most part, everything actually did sound really nice, and the atmospherics and music fit and made the game just fit together perfectly.
To be perfectly honest, we've been finding, like, the sound honestly didn't really cut out or anything, and it feels just like a modern game. Sound quality pretty decent, the voice acting wasn't too bad either. Like, for an old 1998 game, even though there wasn't really much, because obviously, as we said before, there is no tutorial narrator, but for an old 1998 game, I think sound gets it good. And now for length. Now obviously we didn't actually complete the game, but we got an entire hour of footage, and we were just in the first area, and personally some of it didn't even feel that challenging, other than a few parts like, Mr. Fan, thank you very fucking much. But honestly, it didn't really feel too gimmicked with, you know, awful game design or anything.
Oddly enough, when it came to the length and how the levels were put together, as I played through, I didn't feel like I was ever necessarily lost. There was a few times where I was like, oh well, you can't go that way, but for the most part, the game actually is pretty straightforward when it comes to all that.
Sure, as we said, there was a few tricky puzzles, but personally, that just feels more like a Half-Life puzzle. It's like, it's not really the puzzle's fault, except for the fan part, but obviously, you know, length, even though we haven't completed it yet, gets a good. And last up is of course, the graphics. Now, can't really say much about the graphics.
Yeah, the graphics, they are pretty good for the time that they were made back then, and especially because the Unreal Engine started to shape and form, and back then people thought it was revolutionary. There's actually game magazines that say that the graphics were like cutting edge and everything, and for back then it was absolutely stunning to see dynamic lighting and reflections actually looking really good.
Yeah, the back of the box even says, from PC Gamer, the most incredible 3D graphics we've seen yet. Awesome AI finally delivers intelligent monsters. Unreal is without doubt truly stunning. And personally, both of us think that this honestly holds up even today. Like, once again, as I said before, they're pretty dated. But honestly, if you're the kind of person who loves going back to old games like Doom and things like that, honestly, once again, the graphics get it good. So in overall, this game is good. Now obviously, there are some flaws, but obviously, you have to expect old games will have flaws. So honestly, there is a version of this on Steam called Unreal Gold. So in other words, if you want this game, go pick it up yourself on Steam. It's pretty cheap for the amount of content that you get. So yeah. So anyway, this has been Pika Reviews. We hope you enjoyed this episode. So anyway, we've been your hosts Pikakid98 and SonicboomColt. This has been Pika Reviews Unreal, and you've all been fantastic. Till the next video, we say bye bye.